Behind closed doors in a room guarded by soldiers, three men sat across from each other and decided the future of the world. No vote, that no public debate, that no permission from the people they ruled. And yet, the decisions made in that moment would redraw borders, divide nations, and shape global power for decades. This was not just a meeting. This was the moment the modern world was quietly decided. To understand this meeting, you have to understand the world at the time. It was 1945. The deadliest war in human history was nearing its end, and the world was exhausted. Cities reduced to rubble, millions dead, governments collapsing. But even as the war was ending, a new battle was beginning, not with bullets, but with power. The question was no longer, who would win the war? The question had become, who would control the peace? United States Franklin D. Roosevelt, the President of the United States, a man who believed America must lead the world into a new era. Winston Churchill, the defiant British leader, determined to preserve his empire and influence. Joseph Stalin, and the most feared of them all, a man who had already begun expanding his control across Eastern Europe. They were allies, but they did not trust each other, not even a little. Officially, this meeting was about ending the war, but behind the scenes, it was about something far bigger. Power, territory, control. Each man came with his own plan, and none of them planned to leave empty-handed. Roosevelt wanted a stable world order, the creation of a United Nations. Churchill wanted to protect British influence, to prevent Soviet expansion. Stalin wanted control over Eastern Europe, security through dominance. And that is where the conflict truly began. The location was carefully chosen, a place far from public eyes, heavily guarded and completely controlled. Backhand index pointing right. You'll reveal it later for attention. When they finally sat down, the atmosphere was tense. Smiles were exchanged, but behind them, calculations were already being made. Every word spoken, every pause, every glance mattered. They called each other allies, but in truth, they were rivals waiting for the war to end. Because once the common enemy was gone, there would be nothing holding them together, and they all knew it. But what happened next would shock even the men in that room. Because one decision made in secret would divide the world in ways no one could undo.